Hello Kawaumat! In this video, we express square of trinomials as a square of binomials, and we solve quadratic equation by completing the square. Completing the square, so this is to complete the square of the expression x squared plus bx. Add the square of half the coefficient of x to make x squared plus bx plus b over 2 squared. Okay, so tatandaan natin tong equation na to, no? Para maging perfect squared trinomial yung isang expression, so para dagdagan ang x squared plus bx, ang gagawin lang natin, kunin natin yung value ng b over 2 tapos squared lang natin. Halimbawa, x squared minus 8x plus. So, ano kaya ang idadagdag natin sa expression na to para maging perfect squared trinomials? So, gamit yung kaninang equation, so kunin natin yung value ng b. So, ano ba yung value ng b dito? And that is negative 8. And then, i-divide natin sa 2. So, negative 8 divide 2 is equal to negative 4. Pagkakuha natin, no, ng value ng b, then i-divide lang natin sa 2. So, negative 8 divided by 2, the answer is negative 4. After that, squared lang natin yung nakuha nating sagot. So, squared natin si negative 4. So, negative 4 squared is equal to 16. So, para saan ba tong 16 na to? So, itong si 16, siya yung idadagdag natin dito sa expression natin na x squared minus 8x. So, ang idadagdag natin yan, so magiging ganito na. X squared minus 8x, again, x squared minus 8x plus 16. Okay, so ibig sabihin, ito ay isa ng perfect squared trinomials. So, paano ulit natin nakuha yung 16? Una muna, kunin muna natin yung value ng b, tapos i-divide lang natin sa 2, yung sagot, squared natin. So, yung sagot na ni-squared natin, yun ang idadagdag natin sa expression natin para maging perfect squared trinomials. So, paano naman kunin yung square of binomial nito? Galing sa perfect squared trinomials. So, kunin lang natin tong square root nito. Ang square root ng 16, so, paano natin ulit kunin? Doon sa last term or yung constant term nyo, kunin nyo yung square root nyan, which is 16. So, ang square root ng 16 is 4. So, pag kinuha natin yung square of binomials, magiging x. Bakit negative yan? Kasi ito ito yung susundin yung sign. So, kaya x minus 4 squared. Next, we have x squared plus 3x. So, ano ang unang gagawin natin? Gamit ulit yung equation na to. So, ito yung value ng b natin. Pagkakuha ng value ng b, divide natin kay 2. So, since hindi exact, no, yung sagot nila, so ito na mismo ang gagamitin natin, si 3 over 2. So, squared na natin si 3 over 2. 3 over 2 squared, that is equal to 9 over 4. Bakit? 3 times 3, that is 9. 2 times 2, that is 4. So, again, nakuha na natin yung squared. So, alam natin na ang idadagdag natin dito sa expression na to is 9 over 4. So, ano nang magiging expression natin? X squared plus 3x plus 9 over 4. So, ito ay isa ng perfect squared trinomial. So, paano natin kukunin ang square of binomial niyan? Kunin nyo lang yung square root nito. So, by the way, ito lang din yon. So, x plus. Bakit plus? Dahil ang sign dito ay positive. So, x plus 3 over 2 squared. So, tinuruan ko kayo kung paano gawing perfect square trinomial at from perfect square trinomial, gawing square of binomial. So, I'll give you more examples. Express each of the following perfect square trinomials as a square of binomial. First, x squared plus 4x plus 4. So, itong mga given na to ay perfect square trinomials na. Ang gagawin na lang natin, gagawin nating square of a binomial. So, kanina, anong sabi ko? Kapag kinukuha natin yung square of binomial, kunin lang natin yung square root ng constant term nyo. Yung nasa dulong term. So, ano yung square root ni 4? That is 2. So, therefore, ang square of binomial is x plus 2 squared. Susundin nyo ang sign ha, huwag kayong magkakamali. Ito yung sign na susundin nyo. Next. X squared plus 12x plus 36. Again, kunin natin yung square root ng last part o yung last term nyo. So, square root ni 36 is 6. So, therefore, the square of binomial is x plus 6 squared. Another. We have x squared minus 10x plus 25. So, ulit, ano ang square root ni 25? 5. So, anong sign? Negative. So, therefore, the square of binomial is x minus 5 squared. Last example. X squared minus 5x plus 25 over 4. So, kunin natin yung square root nito. And that is 5 over 2. Square root ni 25 is 5. Square root ni 4 is 2. So, that is 5 over 2. So, therefore, our square of binomial is x minus 5 over 2 squared. So, yung paraan na pagkuha natin ng square of binomial at yung paraan para maging perfect square trinomial ay ito yung gagamitin natin para to solve the quadratic equation by completing the square. Okay, so simulan natin. Given the quadratic equation x squared plus 10x is equal to 3. So, kapag nagsusolve tayo ng quadratic equation gamit ang completing the square, dapat nasa ganitong format siya. Okay? Yung constant term natin nasa right side. And then, yung form na x squared plus bx o yung quadratic at linear term natin nasa left side ng equation natin. Or, ang gawin nyo lang, kailangan yung constant term nasa right side. Okay. So, paano natin isosolve ang quadratic equation na to? So, gamit kanina, yung natutunan nyo, gawin muna natin tong perfect squared trinomials. Okay. X squared plus 10x plus. Okay, ano ba yung gagawin natin? Kunin natin yung value ng b tapos i-divide natin sa 2. So that is 10 over 2 is equal to 5. And after natin i-divide sa 2, squared natin. So 5 squared is equal to 25. So alam na natin, nang idadagdag natin dito ay 25. Para siya maging perfect squared trinomial. So yung expression natin ay x squared plus 10x plus 25. So, ito ngayon ay perfect squared trinomials na. So, kapag kinuha natin yung square of binomials, that is x plus 5 squared. Okay. After natin makuha yung perfect squared trinomials, no? We need to add 25 to both sides of the equation. So ito, dadagdagan nyo ng 25. Ito yun. Ito yung class. And then yung 3, dadagdagan nyo rin ng 25. Both equation, dadagdagan ng 25. So ito na ngayon ang equation natin. X squared plus 10x plus 25 is equal to 3 plus 25. So, after nyan, anong gagawin? Express the perfect square trinomial. So, yung PST is perfect square trinomial on the left side. Asan yun? Ito yon. Gagawin daw natin yan as square of binomial. Yung ginawa nyo, ito na yon, yung x plus 5 squared. So, gagawin daw natin tong nasa left side as square of binomial. So, that will be x plus 5 squared is equal to 28. Anong sunod na gagawin natin? Ano ba yung ginagawa natin during solving quadratic equation by extracting the square root? Okay, so extract na natin, no? So, solve the resulting quadratic equation by extracting the square root. So, magiging ano na equation natin ngayon? X plus 5 is equal to positive or negative square root of 28. So, tingin nyo ba magsusolve agad tayo? Hindi pa. So, remember class, 28, number 28 ay merong factor na may perfect squared. So, hindi yung square root of 28 ay pwede pa natin extract yan. So, ano ba yung factor ni 28 na merong factor na perfect squared? That is 4 and 7. So, therefore, the square root of 4 times 7, it will become 2 square root of 7. Kasi perfect squared yung 4 natin. So, magiging ganito na yung equation natin. X plus 5 is equal to positive or negative 2 square root of 7. Ngayon, pwede na natin isolve yung equation. Meron tayong dalawang equation. Yung x plus 5 is equal to 2 square root of 7. At yung pangalawang equation natin, x plus 5 is equal to negative 2 square root of 7. Okay, solve natin yung equation natin. So, first, x plus 5 is equal to 2 square root of 7. So, anong gagawin lang natin? Lipat lang natin si 5 sa right side. So, magiging x is equal to negative 5 plus 2 square root of 7. And this is now the final answer. Hindi pwede natin simplify, no? Hindi pwede i-add si negative 5 plus 2 square root of 7 dahil magkaiba sila. Si 2 ay may kasamang square root of 7. Si 5 wala. So, this is now the final answer. Hindi mo pwede pagsamahin si negative 5 at positive 2. Next. Okay, in the next equation, we have x plus 5 is equal to negative 2 square root of 7. So, same process. Lipat lang natin si positive 5 sa kabilang side. So, magiging x is equal to negative 5 minus 2 square root of 7. Okay. Para mas masundan pa, bibigyan ko pa kayo ng another example. X squared minus 3x is equal to 1. So again, bago tayo mag-proceed sa next step, ay gagawin muna natin tong perfect squared trinomial. Okay, so sa paanong paraan? First, i-divide natin yung value ng b natin kay 2. So, negative 3 over 2. After that, squared natin. So, negative 3 over 2 squared. So, negative 3 times negative 3, that is positive 9. And 2 times 2 is positive 4. So, ibig sabihin, ang idadagdag natin dito sa expression na to is 9 over 4. So, that will become x squared minus 3x plus 9 over 4. At kapag kinuha natin yung square of binomial, that will become x minus 3 over 2 squared. Importante kasi ito na kunin nyo na para mamaya alam nyo na agad yung ilalagay nyong square of binomial. Okay. So, balik tayo dito sa equation natin. Since nakuha natin is 9 over 4, so dadagdagan natin ang bawat equation, yung both equation, ng 9 over 4. So, magiging x squared minus 3x plus 9 over 4 is equal to 1 plus 9 over 4. Next, express the perfect square trinomial on the left side of the equation as a square of binomial. So, since kanina, kinuha na natin yung square of binomial, ito yung nasa baba. So, alam natin na ang square of binomial nito is x minus 3 squared is equal to 13 over 4. So, paano kunin yung 13 over 4? So, kapag sanay kayo, ganito ang proseso na gawin nyo. 4 times 1, so that is 4, plus 9, 13 over 4. Okay? So, kaya 13 over 4. Anong sunod dyan? Extract na natin yung square root. So, therefore, magiging x minus 3 over 2 is equal to positive or negative the square root of 13 over 4. So, again, hindi pa ito, no? Bakit? Dahil yung 4 is a perfect squared. So, magiging ano yan? X minus 3 over 2 is equal to positive or negative the square root of 13 over 2. So, hindi pa yan, no? Hindi pa yung final answer. Kasi meron tayong dalawang equation. So, we need to solve the equation. In the next slide, so ito yung dalawang equation natin. Okay, solve natin yung dalawang equation na yan. First, is the x minus 3 over 2 is equal to square root of 13 over 2. So, ano ba yung gagawin natin dito? Lipat natin si negative 3 over 2 sa kabilang side, so magiging ano yan? X is equal to 3 over 2 plus square root of 13 over 2. Okay, di ba sa fraction, kapag same yung denominator, so pinagsasama lang natin yung numerator natin. So, anong mangyayari? That will, since di natin pwede i-add, no? So, pagsamahin natin. So, that is 3 plus square root of 13 over 2. Okay. Ganun din ang proseso sa kabilang side. X minus 3 over 2 is equal to negative square root of 13 over 2. So, lipat natin si negative 3 over 2 dun sa left side. So, anong mangyayari? Magiging 3 over 2 minus square root of 13 over 2. So, the value of x is equal to 3 minus square root of 13 over 2. Okay. I hope nasusundan nyo na yung proseso how to solve quadratic equation by completing the square. So, I'll give you another example. Okay. Yung equation natin ay naka-standard form. So, anong una natin gagawin? Dapat lipat natin yung constant term sa kabilang side. So, lipat nyo. Diba, sabi ko kanina, umpisa pa lang, kapag magsusolve tayo ng quadratic equation gamit yung completing the square, dapat si constant term na sa right side. Okay. So, gawin na natin yung ginagawa nating steps. So, para maging perfect squared trinomial yan, una, yung value ng b, divide natin sa 2 and then squared. So, 5 over 2 squared is equal to 25 over 4. So, ang magiging expression na natin is x squared plus 5x plus 25 over 4. Tatandaan nyo ang proseso na to, ha? Okay, next. So, to get the square of binomial, so, kunin nyo lang yung square root nito. Ito. So, that is 5 over 2. So, x plus 5 over 2 squared. So, balik na tayo doon sa equation natin. Una, we need to add 25 over 4. Saan ba galing yung 25 over 4? Dito. Diba? Doon sa in-squared nyo. Both side. So, magiging x squared plus 5x plus 25 over 4 is equal to negative 4 plus 25 over 4. And then, express the perfect square trinomial as square of binomial. Ano yon? Ito yun, di ba? Ito na yung square of binomial natin. So, that is x plus 5 over 2 squared is equal to 9 over 4. And then, extract the square root. So, therefore, it will become x plus 5 over 2 is equal to positive or negative square root of 9 over 4. But, si 9 saka si 4 is a perfect squared. So, anong magiging equation natin? That will be x plus 5 over 2 is equal to positive or negative 3 over 2. So, again, meron tayong dalawang equation. We need to solve the value of x. So, solve natin yung unang equation. X plus 5 over 2 is equal to 3 over 2. So, ang gagawin, lipat natin si 5 over 2 to solve for x sa kabilang side. So, magiging ano yan? Negative 5 over 2 plus 3 over 2. So, madali lang isolve to kasi same naman ang denominator. So, we can add the numerator. So, negative 5 plus 3, that is negative 2 over 2. So, kapag same ang denominator nyo, copy nyo lang yon. So, therefore, your value of x is negative 1. Okay, in the other side, we have x plus 5 over 2 is equal to negative 3 over 2. So, lipat natin si 5 over 2 sa right side. And it will become negative 5 over 2 minus 3 over 2. Then, add natin. Negative 5 minus 3 is negative 8 over 2. And negative 8 over 2, your x is negative 4. Okay? So, last. Ito, medyo challenging to. Last example. 2x squared minus 3x minus 9 equals 0. So, ano yung na-observe nyo sa given equation natin? So, yung numerical coefficient natin sa quadratic term ay hindi na 1. Meron siyang 2. So, unang gagawin nyo dyan, you need to, okay, gawin nyo muna, lipat natin si constant term sa kabilang side. Tama? So, ito. 2x squared minus 3x is equal to 9. And then, i-divide natin all the terms by 2. So, magiging, 2x squared divide 2, so x squared na lang. Minus 3x over 2 is equal to 9 over 2. So, after nito, ano na ang gagawin? Gawin natin perfect squared trinomials. Gamit yung paraan na tinuro ko sa inyo. Diba? Kunin natin yung value ng b. Ano yung value ng b natin? Negative 3 over 2, saka i-divide sa 2. Ito yon. Negative 3 over 2 divided by 2. So, kapag nagdi-divide tayo, fraction in the whole number. So, kinukuha natin to ang reciprocal and proceed to multiplication. So, negative 3 over 2 times 1 half, the answer is negative 3 over 4. So, after nyan, squared natin si negative 3 over 4. The answer is 9 over 16. So, si 9 over 16, yan yung idadagdag natin dito sa equation natin. So, therefore, your equation will become x squared, no, your expression rather, x squared minus 3x over 2 plus 9 over 16. And then the square of binomial is x minus 3 over 4 squared. So alam na natin. So after dividing the terms by 2 and getting the perfect square trinomials, so add na natin si 9 over 16 to both sides of the equation. So x squared minus 3x plus over 2 plus 9 over 16 equals 9 over 2 plus 9 over 16. And then, gawin natin itong square of binomial. And that is x minus 3 over 4 squared. Dito naman, so get nyo lang yung LCD. Yung LCD dito 16. So 16 divide 2, the answer is 8 times 9, that is 72. 16 divide 16, 1 times 9 is 9. So 72 plus 9, the answer is 81. Kaya naging 81 over 16. And then extract the square root. So x minus 3 over 4, x minus 3/4 is equal to positive or negative the square root of 81 over 16. Then we all know that 81 and 16 is a perfect square. So therefore, x minus 3 over 4 is equal to positive or negative 9 over 4. So solve the two equation. So, solve natin yung dalawang equation. Una muna yung positive. X minus 3/4 is equal to 9 over 4. So, ang gagawin lang natin, lipat natin si 3/4 sa right side. Since negative yan, magiging positive. 3/4 plus 9 over 4 is 12 over 4. Kasi nga, similar fraction, ibig sabihin, parehas ang denominator, so add natin si numerator. And then 12 divide 4, the value of x is 3. Sa kabilang side, x minus 3 over 4 equals negative 9 over 4. So lipat ulit natin to si negative 3, 4, magiging positive 3 over 4 minus 9 over 4. So 3 minus 9, that is negative 6 over 4. And then pwede natin to kunin pa yung lowest term niya. So the lowest term of negative 6 over 4 is negative 3 over 2.